catching tiny tummy. And you make me sleep. I try and try. And I start to be sensible. You know what I mean?
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's going to do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California, live on 2K Sports. The Warriors with their last game here in Golden State before heading out on the road. Well, compared to last season, you'd have to say the start to this season has not been quite what you'd expect. They hope to improve their record with the win tonight, certainly.
And for the Warriors, they're in good shape.
Denver in the lead.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
The Warriors making a switch here. Spades is checked in. Azili gets the bucket. Azili's got his first points of the night.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Yeah, number 1 in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball. And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Here's Chandler. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Adams dishes to Barton. Trying to find Gallinari and gets it to him. That's good. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And Curry, here we go. And it's blocked by Adams. They recover it. And another shot. Chandler outside. Adams outside. Denver gets it back. Laverne. The shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
That shot wide open.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Now here's Adams. He picked up 36 points in the last one against Utah. Chandler kicks to Adams. This one for 3. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
To the middle. It's tipped. And that one's good. Barton. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Down low. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Freak. Gallinari's got 6 points.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Book. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors girls.
Well, let's look back to last year's Nuggets while we've got a moment here, Kevin. 4th and second chance point. In the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
And just go revisit those numbers in terms of second chance points. That was elite, and they weren't shy about sticking their nose in there and going after the ball.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. And here we go with Adams running it up the court, and the dunk by Arthur.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
On the wing, Thompson. Laverne grabs the miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Chandler, the pass to Adams. He dishes it to Arthur. 4 on the clock. And Adams with the slam.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
There's the screen. Azili dishes to Livingston. Pass to Thompson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Arthur sets the pick for Freak.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
The feed now to Laverne. Back to Adams. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Well, great for Thompson. Last season, an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists. And Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player. Terrific offensive player. Outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor. What a game we've seen here for Freak. He already has 9 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's got today have been just electric.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Harris kicks to Adams. Good, and Harris gets the assist. That's 12 points for Freak.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Azili the pass to Livingston. They set the pick. Shot off the pick. Chandler with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Adams outside. Goes up off the wall.
Woo. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now the dish to Arthur. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Adams kicks to Laverne. Harris. A three-pointer off the mark. Here is Livingston. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Livingston with the shot. Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your
And Steph Curry, a player with in the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5'6".
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Iguodala in at the 3 slot. The shot's good from Fareed.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Poked loose, stolen by Fareed. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Freak. Adams has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Warriors trail by 20.
You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure. You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Here's Moutier. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Passes to Moutier. Lets it go from 11. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Warriors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Iguodala dishes to Curry. To the inside. Here's Bogut. And it's Denver with the rebound. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Moutier with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. And the shot is good. 8 points for him.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Steph Curry 4th.
2 words for you about this guy. Fast hands. He was able to come away with the ball a lot last season. He found a way always.
Denver making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. To the paint, off the pick, and finished off by Bogut.
Boy, Iguodala did a good job setting that screen.
The Nuggets leading by 20. Moutier pass to Gallinari. Out to the right wing. Denver passing it around. And it's out of bounds for the Nuggets as Denver retains possession.
You can tell that.
Golden State. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Doubled by Adams. Tipped away. It's stolen by Adams. Down low. Here's Harris. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Arthur sets the pick for free. Chandler outside. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one. I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, you can't play the score, Clark. You have to play your game. They need to mix it up a little bit here. Now a moment to see the numbers for Stephen Curry. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season, put up about 23 points per, 7 assists, and just over 2 steals. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Yep, without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem.
And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws, a testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Curry against Adams. He kicks to Chandler. Back to Adams. And Denver again with the bucket.
And, you know, going back to Ezeli, impressive physically, 7'6" wingspan, 5% body fat. If his skill set ever catches up with his natural gifts, watch out, watch out.
He was all alone on that one. Barnes has got his second bucket.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
And Adams kicks to Chandler. 55 seconds left to play in the first half. To the left wing. Clock at 6. To the paint. And Adams with the slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam? And a footnote to Ezeli. One of his college administrators raved about his intelligence. He cited Ezeli's broad perspective on world trade, globalization, and I tell you what, if Ezeli keeps improving, he'll soon be a serious benefactor of the economics of American sports. And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
As out of bounds, the Warriors able to retain possession here.
For your Warriors, Maurice Bates.
Here is Livingston. Spates sets a screen. It's Curry with the drive. And Spates with the basket on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 6 assists in the game. Arthur. No good. And we've reached halftime in this one. Nuggets lead by 15. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, looking at the stats, it's hard to doubt you have been the #1 factor for your team. Do you feel like you're controlling the paint right now?
I'm trying to. I know we're a lot tougher to play when we can limit second chances and get a lot of one-and-dones on defense. I think we should be able to keep it going next half as well. Yeah.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. Some changes here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And then for Denver, Wilson Chandler's checked in for Reed. Harris comes in for Will Barton. And it's Adams in for Moutier. So on the floor for Denver, Adams in at point guard. Gallinari is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then there's Harris. And Adams kicks to Gallinari. Back to Adams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. No luck. Excellent D here by Iguodala. Warriors trail by 8. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 22 is their biggest lead. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just... felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
Thompson dishes to Livingston. Kicks it to Green. Shoots the 3. Here's Azili. The basket drops and gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Green, and it's Harrison Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. Laverne, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Arthur comes in for Gallinari.
That's 2 straight quick 3-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Spates sets a screen. Over in the corner, Barnes tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Adams kicks to Harris. Back to Adams. There's a good screen. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Adams has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Livingston kicks to Spates.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Azili.
At the line for 2.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Laverne passes to Harris. He feeds it to Laverne. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Laverne's got his second bucket of the night. Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
Here's Barnes. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting. His mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Harris. For the finish, the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers. And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about it.
Here's Laverne, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
Livingston kicks to Spates, shoots from the baseline, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Spates has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Here's Livingston. Oh!
Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man, was that
And no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Adams dishes to Chandler. Adams, the pass to Harris. Here's Laverne. Here's Adams, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
Shooting for Golden State. Frank. With one.
Free throw good, Adams. Curry. Shot misses. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nuggets ahead, leading by 17. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Barnes is the stretch 4 with Green in the middle. That's the Warriors 5. Count that one.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Here's Adams. The shot is off. Great D that time from Curry. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. It's stolen by Adams. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage.
Wow. You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up. And tonight, that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports Group, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.